Hey, good afternoon, and welcome back. My name is Elenique, and this is Elenique Marie Hypnosis. And today I want to talk to you about what is hypnosis. There's so many misconceptions about hypnosis, and I've gotten so many messages and emails um, regarding, what exactly is it, what will really happen in a session, and also people telling me that they're scared of hypnosis. And now I believe there's some movie on Netflix that really perpetuates a lot of myths that are not true about hypnosis and what it actually does. So today I wanted to take the opportunity to tell you about what hypnosis actually is, how it works, and dispel some myths that you may have about it. The first thing that I want you to know about hypnosis is that it is a completely natural state. There's nothing otherworldly or strange about hypnosis. In fact, if you've ever gotten engrossed in a movie or suddenly ended up driving yourself home without knowing how you got there, you were in a state of hypnosis. Hypnosis is a state where your conscious mind kind of steps aside for a little bit and the subconscious mind kind of takes over. Um, it's also a state in which you're highly suggestible. So you're very open. You're very open to receiving information. So if you've ever gone to a movie and watched a movie and suddenly found yourself crying with the main character and laughing with the main character, then that is hypnosis, a state where your consciousness is altered and your imagination is activated and you're really able to sort of communicate directly with the subconscious mind. The second thing I want you to know about hypnosis is that no one can make you do what you don't want to do. Hypnosis is a process of suggestibility. In other words, you come in with a motivation of something that you would like to change, something you want to address, and the hypnotist uses the power of communicating with the subconscious mind in hypnosis in order to give you suggestions to accomplish the goals that you've set for yourself. So if there is a suggestion that you don't agree with or don't like, there's nothing anybody can do to make you do that. You can completely override any suggestion at any time. The third thing I want you to know is that you cannot get stuck in a hypnotic state. That's just not how it works. A person may be easily awakened from a hypnotic state. It's just that sometimes people are so relaxed, they're so happy for the first time, just feeling what it's like to have that sense of relaxation and having their nervous and central nervous systems be so relaxed, having these delicious brain waves that are just moving through the body and bringing it back into balance, back into order, that they're the ones that don't want to open their eyes. But you cannot get stuck in hypnosis at all. I also want you to know that hypnosis is not a magic bullet. You don't just go in and have one session and magically every problem that you ever had is fixed. Hypnosis is a relationship. It's a relationship between you and yourself and you and the hypnotist, the hypnotherapist. It's something that's being built together. And it works in proportion to your desire. Because at the end of the day, all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. All the person is doing, all the hypnotherapist is doing, all I'm doing is holding space and creating an opening for you to be able to talk to your subconscious, to get through that normal barrier that exists that we call the critical factor. And the critical factor is simply, when you're between 0 and 7 years old, you notice that children, they kind of believe anything and everything that you tell them, right? They're very innocent. And the line between reality and fantasy is quite blurred. And yet, as children grow, they start to develop this thing called the critical faculty. That means that their logical brain starts to take over a little bit more. And a filter gets created between the subconscious, which is what they are essentially completely 100% subconscious as children. And around the age of 7, they start to become more critical about the information that's coming in. And then that critical factor solidifies, and around the age of 14, 15, that critical factor is pretty much solid. And that is why, you feel like, oh, the kids are changing, especially when they become young teens. You start to notice that, they question everything, and that's natural and normal and healthy. And that means that they're developing that critical faculty of analyzing and distinguishing between things. So the problem with the critical factor is that many times, for example, if you have a belief about yourself that you are not good enough, not worthy, and consciously you want to change that about yourself. You don't want to feel that way, you don't want to act that way, and you don't want to believe that. But that belief is very much cemented already within your subconscious mind. So even when consciously we tell ourselves through affirmations, I am good enough, I am smart enough, I'm a good person, I'm beautiful, I'm healthy, whatever it is that you tell yourself. If the critical faculty doesn't believe it because the subconscious doesn't believe it, it'll just bounce those suggestions right out. That's why affirmations work to a point, but if the energy doesn't match the words, in other words, if there isn't a genuine, if it doesn't resonate with the subconscious as true, it's just not going to go in. And what we do through hypnosis is that we allow that critical factor to sort of step aside through a process of focusing and relaxation. And once you're in that really relaxed state where you're much more open, we allow those suggestions to just drop into that subconscious so that they can take root and they can grow and they can become true for you. So those are some of the main things. Also, some people believe they can't be hypnotized, or that hypnotized is for people who are mentally weak. And nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, almost anyone can be hypnotized. And sometimes the more open and the more imagination and creativity and willingness that a person has to receive suggestions, that is the person that responds the best. The more analytical or the more controlling that you are, that's when it becomes harder to induce hypnosis, because hypnosis is a process of softening and sort of opening and allowing things to evolve. So to be hypnotized, you have to, number one, you have to want to be hypnotized. Nobody can hypnotize you if you don't want to be hypnotized. You have to have confidence in the hypnotist. You have to believe in that person, and you have to trust them. That's why it's so important to, when you are looking for a hypnotherapist, find someone that is well-trained, that you respect, that knows what they're doing. Because that's very important for you to feel comfortable and at ease and have that rapport and that trust with that hypnotherapist. You also have to be willing to accept the suggestions. If you're going to go say you want to quit smoking, and you go in there going, I'm going to show this person that, hypnosis doesn't work on me because I bet you I'm still going to keep smoking. Well, I mean, you will keep smoking, because at the end of the day, you have to want to accept the suggestions. Otherwise, they won't take root. You also have to be free from fear. And that's why I find it so sad that we have these movies that are trying to instill fear in people. It seems to be a big problem right now in the world today that, the media and television and movies seem to be just trying to make people so afraid, as if there weren't enough things to be concerned about without having to elevate the level of fear. So you have to be free from fear and trust who you're working with. And you also need to be free from the need to control. And that's a hard one for a lot of people. People feel that they need to control the situation. They want to be in control. This is one of those things where you do have to share control. I don't want to say give it up completely, but you do have to share control. And hypnosis is also not sleep. You're not going to be asleep and out of control. In fact, when you're in hypnosis, you are hyper aware. You hear everything much more. You feel everything much more. So it's a state of heightened awareness. It's not a state of sleep. So you're totally in control and able to respond at any moment. I'll give you the example again of driving. When you're driving your car and you kind of zone out and you're listening to music, but if a car just jumps in front of you, you immediately, something in you jumps and corrects the wheel and gets right back in the game. And that something is that conscious mind that immediately, it's right back there where you need it. And it's the same thing with hypnosis. If you were to need to not continue for whatever reasons because you didn't feel comfortable or you didn't want to go there, you will be 100% accessible to yourself. And on the topic of that, a lot of times people say, well, what if I have some memory of something that's happened and I really don't want to remember it. It's painful, it's difficult. What if something like that comes up and I don't know what to do with that? And the truth is that your subconscious is infinitely intelligent, infinitely intelligent. It is there to protect you. It knows exactly what you can and cannot tolerate. And if there's something that you're not ready to see, it won't let you see that, and it just won't come up. It will not come up because it will block it from coming up. So you are your own best protection, your own best defense. You won't see what you don't want to see. You won't go where you don't want to go. Lastly, what I want to say is hypnosis is a gift, and it's been a gift in my life for myself, and it's been a gift that I've seen with so many clients and friends and family, because hypnosis allows us to heal our thinking, to heal these associations and these beliefs that we carry. Because at the end of the day, when events happen, we have emotions about the things that happen. And those emotions lead us to create beliefs about ourselves, beliefs about the world, beliefs about the people around us. And once that experience becomes a belief, if it's a belief that's not helpful to living a happy and fulfilled life, that belief is holding you back. It's holding you back from being, becoming, experiencing that which you most wish to be and to experience. And hypnosis is the ability to go and excavate those beliefs that are limiting us, that are hurting us, that are keeping us from being happy and vibrant and alive, and heal them, correct them, give them a new light, a new perspective. So to me, hypnosis is truly a gift. It's truly something that heals. It heals so deeply. It has healed me in many, many ways, and it has healed so many people that I've worked with in such transformational and beautiful ways that it's just something I wish for every human being to experience. So I hope that I've answered some of the most common questions about hypnosis and why it's so valuable and why it works, because it's the quickest path to lasting change, and that's the truth. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to this channel, and if you have any questions, please leave me a comment or feel free to write to me at elenique@eleniquemariehypnosis.com, and you can also visit my website. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world. And I look forward to sharing more time with you soon. Bye-bye.